Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Amalia Rosli and today I will represent my group to talk about Chapter 9, Slavery Without Submission, Emancipation Without Freedom. Chapter 9 discussed mainly about slave life until how they were granted their freedom. The chapter began starting from the reason why slavery was still significant on the South due to its economic practicality, though it was already considered illegal importation, but the South still demanded slavery. According to historian John Hope Franklin, perhaps 250,000 slaves were imported illegally before the Civil War. Then it continues with the account of former slaves who denied that slave life was happy, as there was a statement mentioned that all slave necessities such clothes and holiday were provided by their master, yet they still have to endure multiple inhuman treatment. One of the ways to rebel against this system was by rebellion. For example, the Nat Turner Rebellion. They also expressed their dissatisfaction by sabotage, stealing of property, or even running away. The last was the Common Act of Rebellion. Free black men in the North also conspired in slave freedom. For instance, the Conspiracy of Denmark Versailles. Other than slaves, the poor white men also were treated badly. They also record of poor white people occasionally helping slaves against the rich with men. According to Genovese, the slaveholders suspected the non-slaveholders would encourage slave disobedience and even rebellion. White men sometimes were linked to slave insurrectionary plots, and each such incident rekindled fears. Thus, it explained the strict police measures imposed on whites who fraternized with blacks. Since the increasing number of suppression of Southern blacks led to the abolitionist movement in the North, for example, the Free Black People movement that was led by Frederick Douglass and white supporters such as William Lloyd Garrison gained strength. Many abolitionists regarded slavery as a sin religion, though the non-religious abolitionists said free labor statement did not give much to economic development. There is also practice known as Underground Railroad, and the most famous conductor that helped to free the slaves was Harriet Tubman. Then, things still were not going well when the Fugitive Slave Act 1850 was established. It was meant to recapture the ex-slaves. The national government also weak in enforcing law to end slave trade. There also attempt by Southerners to secure slavery system by keeping away abolitionist literature in the South. Emancipation exists because of vocal abolitionist movement did not really help much to end the slavery affairs. Abraham Lincoln issued the first Emancipation Proclamation effective on January 1st, 1863. It is said that emancipation did not free any slaves. This is true due to the failure of the president to only manage to apply the Confederate States as only an act to seize enemy resources. By that, he got more profound and explained the proclamation made it acceptable to much of the Union Army. The Emancipation Proclamation created a climate where the doom of slavery was seen as one of the major objectives of the war. Overseas, the North now seemed to have the greatest moral cause. Even if a foreign government wanted to intervene on behalf of the South, its population might object. Nevertheless, the proclamation itself freed very few slaves, but it was the death knell for slavery in the United States. In due course, the Emancipation Proclamation led to the proposal and ratification of the 30th Amendment to the Constitution, which formally abolished slavery throughout the land. That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you did learn something through this video. See you again, and Assalamualaikum.